knowing, like searching for spiritual answers, looking deeply into who God, the universe, the I am that I am really is all about, you know. And the more I search, and the wisdom that comes through me, I realize a lot of things written in the Bible, if you really don't take the time to really look into it, you'll be misled. You'll be misled. But anyway, today we are talking about Mary and Jesus. Mary, the mother of Jesus, right? Catholics, we honor Mary. We honor Mary because our belief, she is the mother of Jesus. Jesus the God. The thing is, a lot of people truly don't know the real story of Jesus' birth. A lot of people don't know. They just go by what they were told. You know? So, we honor Mary and Jesus. We honor Mary, right? So much. And a lot of us, some of our parents, we don't even give that honors to them. We don't. We don't give it to them. We just look at them like regular people. Because in our mind is, well, I'm a regular child, so my mother or my father will be a regular. And you're honoring Mary because in your mind you were told that Mary gave birth to a God, Jesus. Mary was just a regular woman like you and I. She was just a regular woman like you and I. Until God find favor, like Jesus chose her to be his mother. Jesus is an enlightenment being. Jesus is a spiritual being. And just like every child, we are all spiritual beings, right? And we chose our parents based on the lessons that we want to learn from them and how they can help us in this lifetime. So Jesus chose Mary because as a spiritual being, he needed a vessel for him to come true. He couldn't just come like spirit. People will be afraid of it. People will be afraid of him. So he needed to come through a human to fulfill his purpose in the world. A lot of you, a lot of us are chosen. We carry powers, and we were born from parents that we don't honor because we look at them like they are just regular people. But you're a chosen one. You were chosen to fulfill a destiny greater in this world, just like Jesus did. Just like Jesus did. Our parents are the gateway for us to come into this world to fulfill our purpose. Just like their parents were gateways for them to come into the world to fulfill their purpose. Just like Jesus and Mary and Joseph. If we are being honest, a lot of us were just told part of the story of Jesus' birth. A lot of us don't know the real story. If we are being honest, if they really wanted to be honest about Jesus, Mary, and this biblical thing going around, they should have written about from the day he was born and how he grew up. He died. The thing is, Jesus, if you really check it, Joseph and Mary really didn't do much for Jesus. They really didn't do much for him. Because before he reincarnated into the world, before he came into the world, he already knew what he was coming to do. At the age of 7, he was doing what he was put in the world to do. So, but the Catholics are honoring Mary because, in their mind is, she gave birth to God. Some of your parents have given birth to gods. You but you have lost touch with your higher self, your higher being, and you're looking at yourself like you're so regular, looking at your parents like they're just regular. No, they're not. Jesus chose Mary to be his mother, to fulfill his purpose in the world. Mary was just a regular virgin, a regular girl in the village somewhere. But I understand why you guys would think that way, though, of the story that you told of how Jesus fulfilled his purpose. You have the same ability. You have the same power. The society has kept you in bondage for you to think that you're just regular. You are a spirit living a human experience. Understand that fact first. As I said, at the age of 7, his parents really did. He was already working in temples and praying. There was a part in the Bible where they said a little boy came and said, Jesus, your mother and father are calling you. And what did he tell that little boy? Who is my mother and father? That is simply because he didn't recognize them as the mother and father. No, he said, the mother and father are the people that listens to my word. I don't have no mother, I don't have no father, I don't have no brother. That is what he said. I know you all knew that. That is what he said. He didn't recognize Mary and Jesus, now Mary and Joseph as his parents. Because he knew who he was. He knew where he was coming from. Those that yield to my word are my brothers and sisters, are my mothers and fathers, not my earthly parents. My earthly parents are just a vessel for me to come into the world. I already had a purpose to fulfill. So when you guys are, oh, we are honoring Mary, we are honoring this, we are honoring that, my dear, look deep into why you're doing it. Some of your own parents are Marys, but you don't honor them. Look deep into why you do the things you do. He also said for you to follow me. When Jesus said, you have to leave everything to follow me. You don't need to claim. You don't need to be emotionally attached to earthly things. Earthly things are your money, your cars, your family, your wife, your children. Those are earthly things. And when you're so attached to those things, guess what? It's difficult for you to tap into your higher self, like your call, like your real divine purpose. He had to detach himself, and not detach physically, because, well, you can have your money, your cars, your children, and everything, but don't get attached to it, meaning emotionally. Spiritual being, you are emotion, my dear. When your emotions are entangled with certain things, you want to wake up. You won't be able to wake up from this lower version of yourself to your higher version of yourself. So don't get entangled with things. Mary and Joseph, he said it. Who are my parents? Because he knew. He knew those were not his, he knew where he was coming from. Those are his earthly parents. They all fulfill their purpose. And you guys are there worshiping, and you can't even worship your own mothers and fathers. It's sad. Start looking deep into stories that you're told, so the veil can be unveiled. Okay.